Merry Christmas, Fixer family, it's Charmin, and today is day 5 of 12 days of a rustic Christmas, and I have an awesome project for you today. We are going to be making some rustic Christmas signs out of scrap pallet wood. Welcome to Fixin' 2. We are going to start by preparing our wood, and of course I am using some scrap pieces of pallet wood. You guys can get wood from any of your hardware stores if you don't have any scrap pieces. This wood is about 30 inches by about 5.5, 6 inches wide. So something comparable to that would be great. And so I'm just squaring off the ends, measuring my 30 inches, and then getting that cut as well. Now once we get everything cut, we are ready to sand our wood. Now of course pallet wood is very rough because it's not a high grade wood, and so I'm having to sand it really well. But what you get from your home improvement store should be, you know, fairly smooth, but you still want to sand it down and make sure that you have no rough edges. And I'm going to be sanding both the top and the bottom and all 4 sides just to have a nice piece of wood to work with. And of course you'll see the difference in the pallet wood in how it really brings out the grain of the wood, sanding it up really nice and ready for stain, which is of course the next step. We're going to go ahead and use this Rust-Oleum glaze gel stain that I've been using for a while now, and it's in the color Java. And we're just going to go ahead and get our wood stained, and I'm just kind of doing it in sections where I stain it and using a sponge paintbrush, and then taking a paper towel and wiping off the excess. Of course, the longer you leave it, the darker it will get. And we're going to be leaving this overnight to completely dry before we move on to the next step. Now that our wood is dry, we're ready to begin to paint on our 3 different type of trees. And guys, I'm going to tell you, I am not an artist. I'm a crafter and DIYer. And I have to say that I was a little bit intimidated, a little nervous about doing this. But really, guys, it's what it is. It is a rustic decor piece. And I call it my perfect imperfection pieces. And I just went for it. I just decided to go ahead and go for it. And of course, on this one particular tree that I am doing right now, you will see that there is one little place that I do kind of make a mistake. And I go back in, and I'm going to show you how I fix it. Now I'm using white acrylic paint, the Apple Barrel brand, and you probably can already see where I made a mistake. My second little section here from the top, I made a bit too wide, didn't give it enough of an angle, didn't like the way that looked, and I was like, oh goodness, what am I going to do? So basically I took a wet paper towel, and because the paint wasn't completely dry and not cured, I was able to take that paper towel and wipe it off, kind of turn the paper towel, get a clean spot, do it again until I could get as much of it off as I can. Now once I get it pretty cleaned up, I mean you'll still see it there, then I'm going to go in with my gel stain, and I'm going to go ahead and stain over both of these white striped areas. And it, you know, kind of went in, put some down, took a paper towel, wiped it off, and kind of did that a few times. And guys, you'll see that it really cleaned it up really nice, and I was able to go back in and repaint those stripes. And once we put our clear coat on the top of it, only you will know that it's there, I promise. So now after I've gotten that in and it's dry, we're going to go back in and fix our little mess up. Like I said, my perfect imperfection. Now that I've gotten that fixed, I'm going to go in and place a little bit of snow dots, as I call them, and move on to our third tree. Now this little tree started out pretty good, I thought. Kind of got wonky there in the middle, and then I was able to take it and kind of clean it up, and I really think that it turned out just fine. Again, these don't have to be perfect. I know I keep saying that, but they really don't have to be perfect. They look really rustic, and I think it really made a great addition to my Christmas decor. Now you know that every Christmas tree needs a star topper, and so we're going to be using these DIY stickers that I got from the Dollar Tree, and also my burnt umber apple barrel acrylic paint. And these stars were a bit too glittery for me, and so I wanted to kind of rustic them down a little bit, kind of mute them just a little bit. And I started out with just a little bit of paint, but I realized because of the glitter that I needed to use a whole lot more to get the effect that I'm really looking for. So I went in with a little thicker coat of the paint all over the star, and then I just dabbed off a little bit of it off the top, and you can see the difference in how it really muted it down and made it look a little bit more rustic, but yet still had a little bit of the glitz and glam. So now it's time to put a clear coat on it, and I'm using this Krylon clear glaze spray. You can also use your polyacrylic and use a paintbrush to put it on. And I know it was windy this day that I took it out to do it, but I needed to do it. And I tried to protect everything as best as possible, and it didn't get on anything. It kind of blew out from up under my patio, but I had to get it done, and I put a couple of coats on the top and on all four of the sides. So now that those are dry, we are ready to put our stars on the top. And I'm just using my Surebonder high temperature hot glue gun, putting some of the hot glue on there and placing those at the top of each one of my trees. And of course, you know, I am not finished embellishing these trees yet. It's just something simple. I wanted to add a little bit more to it at the top, and so I took a little bit of twine, and again, using my hot glue gun, I'm going to secure it to the back and then wrap it around about 3 times and around the front. And it was kind of like doing a crisscross and then one straight one across the top. And I thought that this really brought this and put the final touches on it. If you guys are enjoying the 12 days of a rustic Christmas and you don't want to miss the next 7 videos I've got coming up, make sure that you've hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you're notified each time a video goes live. And also don't forget that I am posting the supply list the day before each video over in my community tab. We are finishing up here, and I am so happy with this addition to my Christmas decor. always, I'm so glad that you guys joined me today, and I hope that you enjoyed today's project. This imperfect project was perfect for Rustic Christmas. One thing that I would love to hear from you, down in the comment section below, let me know what are some feel-good things that you love about the Christmas holiday season. I have to tell you, as much as I don't get to do it, I love to do it when I do get the chance, and that is to watch Christmas movies. All kinds, whether it's Hallmark Christmas movies, blockbuster Christmas movies, it doesn't matter to me. I love Christmas movies. I love to sit back, either drinking a nice hot cup of coffee or a hot cup of cocoa, anything like that, and just relax watching Christmas movies. Let me know down in the comment section below, what is your favorite feel-good thing for the Christmas holiday season? And also, I always want you to remember to keep looking up, because that's where it all is. I'll see you on the next video.